as learners conduct final touches. Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga and Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga slammed over their utterances, with political leaders calling for calm. You're in great pair of hands tonight. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. We begin this broadcast with some horrible news. 6 people died early Saturday morning following a head-on collision involving a saloon car and a bus at Soisambu area in Baruk along the Nakuru-Gilgil highway. The deceased, all men, were traveling in the smaller vehicle when it collided head-on with the bus near Soisambu stretch of the busy highway. According to police, preliminary investigations indicate that the driver of the saloon car was attempting to overtake when the vehicle rammed into an oncoming bus belonging to Promise Company, which was en route to Nakuru. The men were reportedly traveling from Kisumu, where they had attended a burial ceremony and were heading back to Nairobi at the time of the accident. The impact of the collision killed all 6 occupants of the saloon car on the spot. The wreckage of both vehicles has been towed to Gilgil Police Station, while the bodies have been moved to Gilgil Sub-County Hospital mortuary awaiting identification by family members.
Nissan Wind Road ilikuwa inatoka upande ya Nakuru ikielekea Nairobi, while the bus ilikuwa inateremka kuelekea Nakuru. Unfortunately, occupants wa gari ndogo ya Nissan Wind Road, they were fatally injured. Wote walifariki na roho zao Mungu azilaze mahali pema peponi. Makosa kubwa ambayo tunaona kama ilitokea ni upande ya bus. Ilianza kuovertake magari zingine ikiteremka bila kuangalia ile gari ambayo inatoka upande ya chini. So wakati iliingia upande ya Nissan mahali ilikuwa inapandia, ndio zikakutana head on. Nataka kuwahimiza madereva na watumiaji njia mahali popote wawe waangalifu, wasiwe wana overtake bila mpango, bila kuangalia mbele iko namna gani.
What horrible news that is, and we condole with the families of the men that were killed in that particular tragedy, and we sympathize and empathize as well. Now, the Senate Committee on Health has raised alarm over glaring management lapses in Machakos County's health sector, citing staff neglect, poor infrastructure, and financial irregularities. The committee revealed that some of the staff have not been paid for up to 6 months. During an inspection tour of Athi River Level 4 and Mwala Level 4 hospitals, senators established that the Machakos County government has not paid some health workers for a period of up to 6 months. The affected staff broke down in tears before the committee, pleading for intervention.
Umekaa miezi ngapi bila kulipwa?
Around a year plus.
Ati a year plus. A year plus hujalipwa? Hujalipa mtu 1 year plus. Nasema tumemlipa.
Goja to now answer the question. When did you last pay the contract?
I'm 1 month old and I paid them yesterday. Sasa jamani, mnajua hii ni laana. Hii ni laana.
Sababu kama leo tumepata wafanyikazi casuals hawajalipwa miezi 5 na bado wako hapa wanafanya. Tunaweza kuzungumza nao, tuongee na governor tukifanya debrief ili kesho, kwa sababu nimeangalia vitabu za finance, nimeangalia bank statements, na hii pesa huyo mtu anaitwa Mutuko, sijui Mutuko nani amepatiwa hiyo contract, kulingana na watu wa finance ameshalipwa pesa yake.
Fix the gaps, because even when you are treating patients, don't make our people become patients by having mental problems because you are underpaying them.
Therefore, we are calling to order the county government to ensure if you give a contract to somebody, follow it up and ensure they deliver on their mandate to the young people of this country.
Athi River Level 4 tumeipata in a very critical bad state. Kwa hivyo hiyo iangaliwe, maji iwekwe, wagonjwa wahudumiwe vilivyo na hata usafi udumishwe.
So far there are so many challenges, but I have realized that most of the efforts is being done in the referral hospital. They have neglected the county hospital.
United Green Movement presidential hopeful David Maraga has urged young people to come out in large numbers to register as voters to elect responsible leaders in the 2027 general elections. Speaking in Malindi, Kilifi County after the opening of the party's office, the Chief Justice Emeritus lamented that the citizens are facing challenges in accessing good governance in the health and education sectors as a result of selecting poor leadership. Maraga pledging to tackle corruption in the country if elected as president in the 2027 polls.
Mumeona nchi yetu iko wapi? Mumeona vile mambo inaendeshwa nchi yetu, vile ufisadi inaendeshwa nchi yetu. Vijana hawaendi shule, hospitali ndio hizo zimesimama, daktari wanagoma, lecturers wanagoma, sha imeshindwa. Sasa mambo imeharibika, na sio kwa sababu hakuna pesa ya kufanya hiyo, ni kwa sababu pesa imeibiwa na imechukuliwa pahali ingine badala ya kupelekwa huko. Kitu nataka kuhakikishia ni kwamba mkinipatia nafasi tutarekebisha hayo mambo. Pesa itatumika kulingana na vile inatakikana kutumika.
Lindi mjisikie huru wakati wote tuingie.
Also, a 9-year-old girl was burnt to death when a fire engulfed and destroyed her family's 3-room house on Friday night. The victim, a pupil at Rironi Primary School, was reportedly alone at home after her parents left to attend a neighbor's funeral when the tragedy occurred. Residents who rushed to the scene said efforts to rescue the child were hampered by acute water shortages in the area. They also decried the delayed response from firefighters, calling on the county government to urgently address the water crisis to prevent similar incidents. Confirming the incident, Limuru DCIO Peter Lenga urged parents and guardians to exercise greater caution, particularly during the ongoing school holidays, to avoid such tragedies.
Tumekuja hapa tukakuta kuna watu wengi, umati uko wengi, na tukakuta nyumba imechomeka na kulikuwa na mtoto ndani. Alikuwa amejificha pale, sijui kwa nini.
Tukakuja, mimi nilikuwa wa kwanza kupiga duru. Na watu wakaingia, bodaboda za huko Kiroi zilikunja, lakini wapi hakuna maji.
As schools across the country gear up for the Kenya Primary Education Assessment, KPSEA, and the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment, KJSEA schools in Kisumu have affirmed their readiness despite the challenges experienced since the competency-based education was introduced in the country. The school heads expressed their support to the new system, saying unlike the old system, which was characterized by opaqueness in the syllabus, the current system provides elaborate learning areas to pupils.
Learners are like worrying how will it look like, but I know we have prepared our learners very well, and we hope that they just will do well, despite that it is the first exams that we're going to do.
As a school, I think we are prepared, and we have some of the very best learners among the candidates that are going to do the exam.
As a union, we are still asking for clarity for the parents. As much as there was elimu mashinani, there is still confusion as to which pathways the students will follow. We have seen reports that there are issues to do with AI, which will be used to generate scores.
I know this is the first exams for the grade 9 that we are going to do, all of us, including the candidates. But I certainly something new, some little level of challenge. Learners are like worrying how will it look like. But I know we have prepared our learners very well, and we hope that they just will do well, despite that it is the first exams that we're going to do.
To me, I want to appreciate that the government have done a lot, because other systems you might realize that even syllabus or learning areas were not there before. But this one has appeared that the learning areas are there, and therefore we are sure of what is going to be said and what children can be able to do what? To answer. And I hope the same is going to apply when we reach senior school.
As a school, I think we are prepared, and we have some of the very best learners among the candidates that are going to do the exam. We have waded through quite a bit of challenges. We just hope that whatever will be brought, they'll not have any challenge at all.
As a union, we are still asking for clarity for the parents. As much as there was elimu mashinani, there is still confusion as to which pathways the students will follow. We have seen reports that there are issues to do with AI, which will be used to generate schools. But remember, previously, Form 1s had always caused a scramble for the top big schools. We know that there has been a change of name. The respective change of name as per the pathway from national to cluster 1 may not change much the students' preference to some top schools, because so far even there are allegations that some schools have not been selected. How is the AI going to put these students? As a union, we are saying the government must move in speed so that they are not caught with their pants down.
The Council of Governors has pledged to continue advancing the democratic and devolution ideals championed by the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, describing him as a pivotal figure in Kenya's political transformation and a tireless advocate for equity and justice. Led by the COG chairperson and Wajir Governor Ahmed Abdullahi, the governors visited Odinga's gravesite at his father's home in Kango, Kajaramogi, Bondo, to pay tribute to his legacy. They were accompanied by Governors James Orengo of Siaya, Anyang' Nyong'o of Kisumu, Muthomi Njuki of Tharaka Nithi, Simon Kachapin of West Pokot, Simba Arati of Kisii, and Wilbur Otichilo of Vihiga. Speaking during the visit, Abdullahi said their presence was not merely ceremonial, but a reaffirmation of Odinga's enduring influence on Kenya's democratic journey.
But we will pick up, because we believe we owe it to Baba that we will speak for devolution the way he used to speak for devolution.
This we have experienced in every part of this country. Thereafter the elections, even when they were disputed, was because he chose the narrow path, or he decided, let's have peace.
But Baba stood for that the Constitution provides that the devolved units must be respected.
I take this opportunity also to thank those who have come today, even those who are not governors. We have very many visitors, and I may not have an opportunity to thank each one of you individually.
The chairperson of the African Union Commission, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, on Friday afternoon addressed the inaugural virtual meeting of the ad hoc committee on AU institutional reforms, convened and chaired by President William Ruto, the AU champion for institutional reforms. President Ruto announced that the extraordinary summit on AU reforms will take place on the 26th of November 2025 in Luanda, to be hosted by President Joao Lourenço of Angola.
I am confident that through our collective wisdom and shared resolve, this committee will chart a coherent and holistic roadmap for reform, one that strengthens governance structures, secures financial sustainability, revitalizes our peace and security mechanisms, and enhances operational efficiency to deliver a truly fit-for-purpose Africa Union. This meeting also allows us to engage strategically on the progress achieved thus far, assessing remaining gaps, and offer the necessary political guidance to steer our union towards greater institutional coherence and efficiency. Your Excellencies, we are meeting at a pivotal moment of our continent. Rising debt burdens, the contraction of external development support, and the resurgence of conflict and insecurity are placing immense pressure on our peace, security, and governance infrastructure. Concurrently, the global order is undergoing profound transformation shaped by multipolarity, geopolitical fragmentation, and rapid technological advancement. These external shifts, coupled with our internal realities, underscore the urgency of completing the institutional reforms of our union to enhance its effectiveness and resilience in navigating the rapidly evolving global landscape.
The strike by university lecturers in the country may soon come to an end due to ongoing talks between the University Academic Staff Union, the Kenya University Staff Union, the Vice Chancellor's representatives, and the government. This is according to the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Higher Education, Dr. Beatrice Inyangala, who said that the parties have agreed after an audit of a 7.79 billion shillings debt. Inyangala, speaking during the graduation of more than 2,500 graduates at Kisiwa National Polytechnic in Kabuchai constituency, Bungoma County, said that the government has invested heavily in TVET institutions to address the unemployment crisis in the country.
The unions and the representatives of the Vice Chancellor's Committee were meeting at Machakos University to discuss the end to this strike. We undertook an exercise of auditing the payrolls and confirming what was outstanding payment to the lecturers and non-teaching staff arising from the 2017-2021 CBA. And following that audit, I can confirm that what is outstanding is 7.9 billion. So that figure has been agreed upon between the representatives of the Vice Chancellors and the unions, UASU and KUSU. As we are here this afternoon, discussions are still ongoing on ending the strike. They are discussing a payment plan for the 7.9 billion.
Its new status as a national polytechnic, so we must always say thank you to His Excellency the President for this honor, and of course Mr. Dominic Wetangula, who requested for it. And this is a great moment for us, for the graduates. We are ready to welcome them to the market. Even as county governments, we are short of skilled labor. Masons, what are they? Masons, plumbers, electricians, and all those. Those are the people that we are looking forward to now.
We're very excited as an institution to celebrate our inaugural graduation for our graduates, and we are equally quite impressed and happy to be joined by His Excellency the Governor, Kenneth Lusaka, together with our chief guest, Dr. Beatrice Inyangala, who have been here with us.
The Catholic Church in Embu has expressed strong support for the newly enacted Cybercrime Act, saying it will help promote morality and responsible use of social media among citizens. Church leaders believe the law will play a vital role in curbing the spread of harmful and insensitive content online. Speaking during a Thanksgiving service in Embu, Embu Catholic Bishop Peter Kimani commended the government for taking steps to regulate the digital space. He noted that the rise of social media misuse has eroded moral values and encouraged disrespectful communication among users.
The social media threats that we are seeing, until we have to be controlled through the social media, what do you call that act? Ilikuwa inawekwa. The digital, the cyber crimes act, lazima ikuwe controlled. There are so many things, the signs of God's presence in our lives. The political changes that we are seeing in our lives, all those, they are indications that God is also present in our lives. Today we are having this leadership, tomorrow we don't have the other one. One is seen to be the Messiah, tomorrow he is dead. Today he is talking like this, the other day he is down. And we ask ourselves, why don't we see the life of God? That God is the only one who is constant. Even as families, how do we handle our families as parents? Do we take care of them so that they are able to have an environment of love, an environment of security, an environment of safety, an environment where culture is developed, faith grows, all the family values and morality and ethics is seen? If we do not handle them when they are still young, when they are still bringing up our children, in the future, utaanza kuuliza, mimi sijui mtoto wangu alifanya nini? Alifanya nini na anafundishwa na nani? Kumbe all the issues, They happened because you did not reconcile yourself. You did not allow yourselves to handle things so that they can be able to be solved. But unfortunately, what do we see? We see all manner of evils that happen. They do not happen from people who are ignorant.
Leaders and members of the business communities in Kerugoya town have issued a stern warning to politicians using reckless and divisive language that threatens the peace and unity of Kenya. Speaking in Kerugoya town during a peace meeting, members of the local business community led by Kerugoya Ward MCA Eric Mushina condemned recent remarks allegedly made by Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga and Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga, saying such statements could easily divide Kenyans along ethnic lines. Mushina urged leaders to exercise restraint and respect in their public statements, emphasizing that when a leader speaks, they speak as an individual and not on behalf of a community.
So nataka kuchukua fursa hii kukemea matamshi ya Governor Kahiga na matamshi ya Governor Gladys Wanga, kwa sababu wale ni viongozi, na vile mimi nataka kuhimiza wasituchanganye kama wa Kenya, haswa hapa Kerugoya, kwa sababu kila kabila hapa Kerugoya iko, na wakati anaongea matamshi kama yale yalitolewa na Gladys Wanga, akumbuke kwamba hapa kuna Wajaluo, kuna Wakisii, kuna Waborana, watu mbalimbali. Pia huko Nyanza kuna Wakikuyu ambao pia wanatafuta pale. Sasa ile analeta mgawanyiko, aongee kwa sababu Kahiga aliongea. Mzungu alisema two wrongs cannot make a right. Two wrongs cannot make a right. So mimi na hawa wakaji wa Kerugoya tunaambia Kahiga na Gladys Wanga, shut your wanyamaze. Ile lingine ni kwamba viongozi wapeane heshima. Gladys Wanga, heshimu kiongozi wetu wa mlima ambaye ni Rigathi Gachagua. Yeye ndio baba wetu hapa mlimani, na hatuna baba mwingine, huyo ndio baba. Na pia mimi nikiwa hapa Kerugoya, mimi ndio baba mdogo wa kabila zote. Kwa hivyo atuheshimu sisi wote, kwa sababu wakati anaongea anaharibu mambo ya voter registration. Tunahimiza vijana, youth, Gen Zs wajitokeze, waende wachukue kura, diposa waweze 2027 waweze kupiga kura. Kwa hivyo tunataka wajitokeze kwa wingi ndio waweze kufanya voter registration.
All right, that story from Kerugoya, Kirinyaga town marks the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope you're duly updated. Cynthia, Nanjala here. Have a wonderful evening.